2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Looking at the Jazz, they're coming off a win in their last game against the Nuggets. They've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And approaching All-Star break. It's been an interesting year so far, Kenny. What stands out to you the most?
I like seeing the breakout players. You know, young guys who have matured and can now be counted on a daily basis.
And every year we see a few role players who I call others step up and show that they're more than that. I myself was a role player who became very, very good.
Oh, yeah, you are a role player.
I am.
Yeah, his role was to dominate.
Oh. It's pretty nice right
or
there.
Roll over the competition.
Oh, that is awesome.
That was good, too.
Know your role. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Utah Jazz at Vivint Smart Home Arena. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, you'll be hearing from shortly. DA, take it away.
Well, the writing was on the wall for the end of the grit and grind era in Memphis. So Mike Conley, the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points, assists, three-pointers, and games played, knew it was time for him to part ways with the organization. And joining Utah, Conley is on a team with a chance to once again compete deep into the playoffs. And Kevin, he's a significant upgrade for the Jazz.
You're right, DA, a big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Nurkic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Whiteside, and it's Hood in at the small forward position. And for the Jazz, Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
Now here's Gobert. He kicks to Mitchell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. On the clock, it's Bogdanovich on the wing. That shot misses. Great D that time from Hood. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Conley. He had 13 points in the win against Denver.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Lillard with it, now defended by Gobert. Gobert against Lillard. The three from McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver. Gobert down low, working on Nurkic. Davis dishes to Conley. deep three-point range, and it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
And he gets the bucket. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Gobert, coming off a solid outing against Denver. Bogdanovich against Hood. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's McCollum. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Trailblazers. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course there's the Jazz. They find themselves in 4th place.
Right now for the Jazz, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 6th in rebounding, 6th in shooting percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Now, here's Mitchell. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Really a sponge. Donovan Mitchell watches a ton of film, accepts coaching, and applies it. A big part of his rise to stardom.
And Mitchell drops them both. And the early success of Mitchell speaks to his ability to absorb and take coaching.
Yes, credit that coaching staff, putting him in position to succeed, helping him also to develop. His decision-making is growing game by game.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio. Hood can't get it to go. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. They trail by 9 points, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
And you know this, what you do on the backboard may not completely win or lose a game, but it can tip the scale in one team's favor. Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic in the post, defended by Gobert. Basket counts.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Jazz trail by 9. Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McCollum outside, fires from deep. They get it back. A second chance effort, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
The first one falls.
Over his first 3 seasons, Whiteside was no better than a 50% foul shooter. Much better technique from the line since then.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Gobert the pass to Conley. He feeds it to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Kicks it to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Gobert. Takes the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders, the Trailblazers in second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
That one falls.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Utah with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Conley. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Davis kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Nurkic with the block. But they'll get another chance. Just 2 to shoot. Tries again. And it's Mitchell missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And it's in there. 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jacks up a 3. And it's Mitchell missing.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Over in the corner, Lillard. Releases from 15. Second chance shot. Here's Nurkic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Utah calls timeout. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20 25-5 game. The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Gobert. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Back to Conley. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Jazz trail by 14. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Nurkic against Gobert. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McCollum's got 11 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Davis. Royce O'Neal comes in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. O'Neal passes to Gobert. O'Neal dishes to Ingles. Clarkson with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Good on the shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Nurkic. Over Gobert. It's stolen by Ingles. Here's Mudiay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Good on the 2nd free throw. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Now, here is O'Neal. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Lillard against Mudiay. It's McCollum on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Whiteside. It's good on the putback.
Are you serious? Whiteside doing major damage on the offensive glass.
And stolen by Lillard. Oh, Whiteside in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Wow, able to adjust in the air, contort his body if need be. Whiteside brutal on the catch and flush.
Now here's Mudiay. An 11-point game for him in the win against Denver. Gobert finds Clarkson. Here's Mudiay. Ariza covering. Mudiay against Lillard. Mudiay, no good. Trailblazers leading by 15. A 3 from McCollum. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mudiay, and he banks in the layup. Now a timeout called by Portland. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the 3 ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Simons surveying the D. The pass to Hezonja. Here's Simons. Ariza outside. Portland moving the ball around. Hezonja, that's good from 17 feet away. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Clarkson. Portland making their last shot. Ingles finds Clarkson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Clarkson's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Left side, Collins. Here's Simons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
He's off on the first. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Second free throw, no good. Another shot, Collins, good.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Moutier, no good. Portland leading by 15. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Hezonja. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Now here's Moutier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. On target from 13 feet. Moutier's got his second bucket of the night.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Here's McCollum, who just worked San Antonio in that last game. Kept alive. Here's Hezonja, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
For Utah, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And he's good on the second. 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Simons. Ariza outside. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Trailblazers out in front, up by 16. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hazonia out there with Anthony. Then it's Collins. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in the point. Now, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough, or is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 20. Moutier kicks to Clarkson. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Here's Simons. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Chalk up 2 there. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. They get a hand on it. Here's Simons, defended by Moutier.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Davis, the pass to Williams-Goss. The dish to Moutier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6.
Shooting 2.
A free throw good from Moutier. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Utah. And Portland with a change here, too. Hood's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closer. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. With the tip, Davis on the follow.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Simons. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hood can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 21. Outside, Bogdanovich.
Come on, box him out, man.
Now here's Moutier. 6 points for him. Ball's knocked loose. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Here's Simons following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Ingles. That shot, no good. Anthony with the defensive effort.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. Now Conley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Mitchell. Excellent D there from Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 21. Hood drives in, and Davis sends it back. And now here comes Conley leading the break.
Come on.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And let's quickly take a look at some stats for Bogdanovich. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
Jazz have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Yep, it counts.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Hood, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Collins. Portland no good that time either. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Jazz, #1. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
You know, both of these teams really look to hammer the offensive glass on a nightly basis. So some commonalities between them. This should be a physical battle tonight.
Conley dishes to Mitchell.
Conley.
That's in there. Conley with the assist. 6 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And it's Mitchell missing.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Hood against Conley. Here's Anthony. Nails the baby hook. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Here's Williams-Goss. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert, he's checked in for Williams-Goss. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Zach Collins. Whiteside comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Gobert against Nurkic. Conley with it. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Passes it to Bogdanovic. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Trailblazers leading by 19. It's Anthony with the drive. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Whiteside finds Anthony. Over Bogdanovic. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Utah has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Drills it from outside. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Outside Hood. 3-pointer. Rebound, Utah.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Ariza's checked in. Now Conley. Following the 3-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Bogdanovic wide open. Here's Gobert. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
Outside Hood. Nurkic against Gobert. From 12 feet out. Here's Whiteside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Good activity from Whiteside. Aggressive move, draws contact, going to the line.
Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays, you know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hood. Steps back and fires. Ariza with the rebound.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The 3 from McCollum. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Mitchell. A lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that's going into shoes right now.
And that one falls for Conley.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but Make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he has been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
McCollum, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Yes, that goes in. And that's now 7 points for Mike Conley.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Here's Lillard, and the layup falls. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Conley, following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Well, this is where Conley operates best naturally. In the paint, creating for others or himself.
Conley against Lillard. Ariza outside. Over O'Neal. That's good from Ariza on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 14. And here is Mitchell. 6 points for him. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Over Gobert. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Conley, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Jazz have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Conley.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich, and it's Clarkson in for Royce O'Neal. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And it's Ariza in the corner. He kicks it to Whiteside. Nails the wide open jump shot. Whiteside's got 9.
A welcome sight for this team. Whiteside with the catch and shoot in rhythm.
Jazz trail by 14. 1:29 left in the second quarter. Clarkson taking his time here. Clock at 4. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Another miss by Utah.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
Now here's Conley. 11 points in the game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Davis.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
The first free throw is good.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
That one is no good.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Jazz trail by 18. 34 seconds left in the first half. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his third assist on the night.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Now, here's Lillard. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. The offensive rebound, and it's good, 2 points. And it's 13 points for Hassan Whiteside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now Conley. Here's Mitchell. Sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
And the first half is now in the books. Trailblazers lead by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts is the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, you talk about heady scorers. C.J. McCollum works at every angle. Has a feel for the game and defense. They can't guard him. No one can figure him out in the first half.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Davis, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Here is Conley. That one drops for him. Conley's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Utah.
You know what? Mike Conley is so crafty, finding a way to take the bump and weave through the defense.
Lillard outside. To the wing on the left. There's the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's 7 points for Lillard.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. McCollum passes to Whiteside. Out to Hood. Nurkic with it. Over Davis. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Teardrop shot, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And a wide open look for Hood, and the Trailblazers another 3.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Here's Conley, 15 points in the game. They double team Conley, pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Bogdanovich with it. Shot clock at 6. Conley against Nurkic. But they get it back. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. From downtown. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. Gobert can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 21. Here's Nurkic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Hezonja, he's checked in for Whiteside. Both shots good from the stripe. And here is Conley. 15 points in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Really enjoy watching Conley take it all the way. Defense can't match it with his blinding speed.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. Pass to McCollum. They double him with Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Williams Goss is checked in for Utah. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Michael Conley. And he makes both free throws. The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Mudiay kicks to Davis. Poke loose. Shot clock at 5. That shot off. Great D that time from Hood. It's Herzonia in the corner. Here's the teardrop. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Mudiay. To the paint. Here's Lillard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Jazz shooting a meager 37% for the game. Lillard against Mudiay. Davis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And there's the pass to Herzonia. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Mudiay against Lillard. To the middle. Now, here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 11. Good on the bucket. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Utah with the ball. And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Davis. He has 6. Mudiay dishes to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Collins. And it's Davis with the jam. And so here's Portland. Lillard outside. Passes it to Simons. From deep. Lillard misses. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. And the rejection by Collins. Count it. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Down low, Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Clarkson in for Moutier. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now Clarkson, 5 points in the game. Here's Azania to the inside and finished off by Collins.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Williams-Goss. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And Lillard gets double teamed. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Yep, that one goes in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Clarkson finds Davis. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. It's stolen by Davis. And now Utah, fast break. Here's O'Neal. Softly drops in the floater. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to Anthony. Over Ingles. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Jazz shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Here's Williams-Goss, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Lillard, bounce pass. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
The Trailblazers have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Trevor Ariza is checked in for the Trailblazers. And that one misses. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 8.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
Now here's Gobert, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
With that 7'8" wingspan, anytime Gobert gets the ball near the rim, this is what you expect.
There's the pass to Simons. Portland again missing. Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Clarkson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ariza's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. Gobert finds Conley. Knocked away. Pass to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
So it's Utah now. Portland making their last shot. Conley against Lillard. Pass to O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Ariza. The Jazz have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Anthony, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 8th assist in the game. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. Rudy Gobert, #1.
And guys, his rebounding has taken a lot of pressure off their other bigs. It frees those guys up to contribute in a lot of other ways.
There's 1:17 left in the third. O'Neal kicks to Conley. O'Neal with it. He has 5. 5 to shoot. And the pass to Clarkson. Over McCollum. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 7.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Doubled by Conley. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Conley. Count that one. Conley's got 19 points.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Mitchell, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he sinks the second. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Portland having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Little. McCollum is out there with Swanigan. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Conley. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum against Ingles. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 9 assists now tonight. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And for Portland, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Passes to Trent. Over to the left wing. Little passes to Carmelo. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Little. Shoots a 3. He can't get it to go. And Utah the other way now. Here's Ingles, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Moutier is checked in. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. McCollum passes to Trent. Back to McCollum. In the corner, it's Little. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. The Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Moutier kicks to Ingles. Pass to Niang. Clock at 6. Over McCollum. Niang, no good. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Stolen. Tipped away. Down low. Here's Moutier. Off target at the rim. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. That one good for 2. 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
Utah shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Moutier dishes to Bradley. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games in 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. And for the Trailblazers, this shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. McCollum passes to Trent. Pass to Little. The tray. Knocks down the 3 ball. Little's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Little's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The wide open look here for Ingles. Another miss by Utah.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Nice ball movement by Utah. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Here's Ingles after Nasir Little's bucket. To halt the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer, but Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Two.
That free throw missing.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Williams-Goss is checked in for Moutier. And the second free throw, good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Swanigan. Now here's Little. Ingles covering. 6 on the shot clock. Little passes to Swanigan. Anthony trying to get open. Down it goes. Nice one there from Swanigan. Swanigan's got his first basket of the night. You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
O'Neal's check in for Utah. Here's Swanigan. In the corner, it's Little. From beyond the arc, no good. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Banked in off the glass. And here's McCollum. Dishes it to Anthony, and he lays it straight in. Anthony's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Passes it to Williams-Goss. Good D by McCollum.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did. That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Here's Williams-Goss. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Little with the ball. O'Neal's there. Swanigan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Williams-Goss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Got a piece of it. Out to the right wing. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
But the defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Nailed from three-point land. 21 points for C.J. McCollum.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Looks smart when the shots are going down.
So it's the Jazz now, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. To the middle, here's Bradley, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking about a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
That free throw good from Bradley. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. That one misses. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Niang passes to Williams-Goss. And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Trent. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. Just something in place to help these guys, especially with some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And so he hits both. Utah has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Williams-Goss. And he makes that one. Bradley's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Anthony left side. He kicks it to Little. This one for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Bradley. Here's Williams-Goss. He dishes it to Bradley. Anthony with the block. Here's Simons. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Here's Simons after the basket by Utah. The pass to Little. Shot on the wing. Goes back up. Here's Swanigan. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Poked away. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Utah. 16 feet away. Another shot. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Bradley's got 8 points in the quarter.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for C.J. McCollum.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Anfernee Simons. He hits both from the stripe. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, easy call.
Two.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Swanigan. Passes it to Hezonja. Five to shoot. The rebound by Niang. And it's the Jazz's ball. Oni, he's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Williams-Goss. Shoots off the step back. And no good that time. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.